I have one clear player in my top 5, and it is for sure Nikola Mirotic. I mean, the way he's playing, how efficient he is. He's scoring 17 points per game and making 67% 2-pointers and 48% 3-pointers, which is incredible, knowing how often he attacks the rim, what kind of defensive attention he gets every game. And for me, he's a clear MVP candidate this year.
I mean,
but other than that,
I think 2 players are locks. You cannot rule out Vasilij Mitic from your top 5. It doesn't matter that Efes is struggling, but he's still putting up the numbers. He is definitely one of the best players in Europe right now, and you cannot have your top 5 without Vasa.
I just had an idea of Mirotic having more complete season than Mitic.
No, I mean, if it's the MVP question, then definitely Mirotic has the upper hand this year. However, last season it seemed like that also, but after the playoff series, people changed their mind and voted for Vasa.
Was really bad.
I cannot disagree about Mirotic. I mean, he's one of the smartest players. If you see his game, he doesn't have too many touches of the ball. He can put up 16 points in a quarter without even hitting the floor. I mean, with those spot-up shots, obviously his Barca system, players like Nikola is always finding him in the right positions. The high-low that they play with Brandon Davis, for example, and those passes, inbound passes, he gets under the rim. So the scoring abilities of this guy are just insane. We agree on Mirotic. We have to agree on Vasa.
I have Vasa in my top 5
Okay,
as well.
so then the other players, it was not so easy to choose actually. And we agreed we're choosing from the 15 teams remaining in the EuroLeague. So I take Jan Wesley in my top 5. I know that Fenerbahce this season is having a lot of problems.
Have him on my top 5 because he played less than 20 games, and with him on the court, Fenerbahce were struggling.
I mean, but I'm choosing the best 5 players right now, right? So it means these are the best players that I would trust the most to have on my team, and Jan Wesley to me is still one of the best big men in Europe. And I'm taking him. His stats are good this season, but I know that Fenerbahce is not winning. I know that Fenerbahce is not winning, and this is an argument against him. But I'm picking Jan Wesley.
I'm not thinking, let's say, about my team, how it will look on the court, but from centers, the only guy I took was Walter Tavares because of his impact on defense. I checked the defensive rating of all EuroLeague players, and with him on the court, Real allows less than 12 points per 100% possessions with Tavares on the court. And what was interesting that the biggest impact makers on the defensive end were Nikola Kalinic. With him on the court, they allow less than 16 points per 100 possession when compared to when he's on the bench. But the leader in this category is Nick Weiler-Bob, actually, 16.8. That's a huge impact on defense.
Well, he's a very good defender. On ball, his on-ball defense is amazing, really. It has to be appreciated, obviously. Again, then we might disagree on some things. Tavares is great. I think he deserves a mention. I'm just going with Jan Veselý because I trust him so much. And then the other player, like it or not, Mike James is having an amazing season. The second part of the season, you could say, right? Because at first with Zvezdan Mitrovic, maybe some things didn't work out. But in terms of skills, raw talent, ability to make plays in ISO, to score in different ways, left-handed hook shots, right-handed hook shots, sidestep 3-pointers. Mike James sometimes is unplayable, and I have to pick him in my top 5 also because of the season that Monaco is having. They're creating a playoff story, and if you look at their recent games at home, they just trashed Orly, they trashed Efes, they dealt with Baskonia confidently, and Mike James is their best player. He's playing like 33, 35 minutes sometimes. And then I had a debate with myself, who am I picking?
Me too.
I have 2 point guards, or one you could say is a combo guard. And I was thinking about Costas Lucas. Olympiacos is having a great season. Costas Lucas is a huge part of that. He's one of the leaders. Should I go with him? then I thought again, should I go with Sasha Vezenkov? Because he's great this year.
Yeah.
He's proving to be an elite EuroLeague player right now. But again, then I thought I'm picking 5 best players that I think are the best in terms of skill, in terms of experience, winning experience, all that stuff. And I just could not omit Shane Larkin. I'm sorry. I know that his recent performances were not great. We heard
especially
about
last
him.
week.
Yeah, we heard about him being sick, and it affected his performances. I know that the numbers are down a little bit, but I mean, still, Shane Larkin is a guy that can win you basketball games on his own with his amazing scoring potential. And I don't think he got any worse from what he was during the 1920 season. He's still the same player. He is still like 3rd in performance index rating this year, only behind Tavares and Mirotic.
For a guard, it's a big thing.
I have to pick Shane. And Vezenkov, of course, is there, which is why I'm saying Lucas and Vezenkov, honorable mentions, but my top 5 EuroLeague players right now looks like this. Vasa Micic, Shane Larkin, Mike James, Nikola Mirotic, and Jan Wesley.
Yeah, I had the same debate about my guards. I was just choosing between Larkin and Tyler Dorsey. I just love what Dorsey added to this Olympiacos team.
But come on, is Dorsey a top 5 EuroLeague player right now?
I mean, the way he was playing, he was very, very efficient scorer, really. But the thing is, that's exactly why I didn't choose him. That's why I took Shane Larkin.
Yeah.
Because I just cannot consider him being over some of these guys.
I wasn't building a 5 with positions like. I was just choosing top 5 players. So if we talk about Olympiacos players,
I just wanted to give praise for any of Olympiacos players. That's why.
That's why I'm saying Lucas and Vezenkov, in my opinion. Dorsey is great, but I don't think he's on that level.